My toxic wife ruined my musical dreams by calling them nonsense and telling me to grow up. But then I heard, I will always support you. And a painful realization came to me. The neon lights of the Red Dragon bar pulsed, turning the faces of the patrons blue and red. I sat alone, clutching a glass of whiskey, trying to drown out the hum of my thoughts. The music was too loud for my tired ears. I was here, but I wasn't. Suddenly, an image of Michelle flashed through my mind. Not the tired, disgruntled Michelle today, but the old Michelle. I remember her laughing, the clear, sparkling laugh that filled our kitchen when I played my old guitar, singing silly songs. She used to say that my voice was her favorite tune, but those days were over. My guitar was gathering dust in the corner, and my songs had become an irritating buzz for Michelle. John, this is just a hobby. We can't live on your tunes. We need stability, money, she would say in a cold voice. Her words devalued not just my dream of becoming a musician, but a part of me. With each conversation like this, I felt myself shrinking, becoming invisible. The burning of my temples intensified the pain inside me. I felt trapped, unable to be myself around the one I once loved most. My dream seemed silly to her, my feelings irrelevant. I had become a shadow of the man I had once been. There were two men at the next table. One with a red beard spoke enthusiastically. You see, Mark, my wife Emily is incredible. I told her about this idea I had of quitting everything and opening a vintage record store. I thought she would say I was crazy, but she just said, Jake, if this is what sets your soul on fire, we'll find a way. I'll always support you. The glass almost slipped from my hands. Support, understanding, words I desperately needed to hear, but had never heard from Michelle. Envy washed over me, a sharp, burning, almost physical pain. Envy of Jake, who had Emily. Envy of his freedom to be himself. I remember trying to talk to Michelle about my feelings. I feel like I'm losing myself. I need something of my own to give me strength. She waved me off. John, that's nonsense. We have kids, a mortgage. It's time to grow up. In that moment, I felt completely powerless. My words crashed against a wall of her pragmatism, leaving me in a silence that I feared would haunt me forever. A silence in which I would be alone, unloved, invisible. The neon lights merged into a blur. I couldn't breathe the air filled with other people's joys and my own suffering. I had to run. I stood up abruptly, knocking over my chair, and ran out of the bar. The cold air hit me in the face, but it did nothing to cool the fire raging inside. I walked until I found myself on the terrace at the back of the building. No one. Just me, the stars, and the city below. He walked up to the railing, grabbed it with whitened fingers, threw his head back to the black sky, and screamed. It was a roar from the depths of his soul. A scream of pain, despair, helplessness. A scream of all the words he couldn't say, all the feelings he was suppressing. He screamed until his lungs ached, until his voice broke. When everything was quiet, he remained standing, trembling. The air was heavy, but for the first time there was space in his chest. And in this emptiness a clear thought arose, piercing the heart. I am worthy of love.